You're listening to Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marci Persky. In this installment, we have recently learned that the Queen of England has passed away. In fact, there's probably absolutely no one on this planet who does not know that the Queen has passed away. And our feelings about this are varied and perhaps not socially acceptable. Even though you may be listening to this months from when we record it, this was the week that Queen Elizabeth died, and everybody seems to be freaking out about it and miserable and pulling their hair out. And again, I have this weird
She's
feeling.
old.
Yeah.
She was old.
96. Yeah. I mean, come on. How many of us wouldn't want to have a home health and a castle and a bunch of dogs to reach the age of 96? But that's not even all of it, okay?
Get over it.
That's not even all of it. I am possibly the only person in the Western Hemisphere and the entire British Commonwealth who just doesn't get it about this fixation on royalty. I do not get it. I must be too much of an American Democrat with a small d.
Me either, except for the fact that I am empress of my domain.
Well, okay, if you were empress, I might revise. But in general, I keep getting...
I'm the empress of the blank of Awesomeness Ranch.
I believe you. But the part that gets me is, okay, first of all, our public radio station here carries the BBC, which is bad enough, but they spent an entire day. And now the president will speak to us. I would like everyone to know the entire world is in mourning. And I'm thinking, not me. I'm going to go to the swimming pool.
You know what? The funniest thing I've seen so far?
What?
I mean, okay, she died. I'm sorry. And we do share a birthday.
Okay.
Queen Elizabeth, Iggy Pop, and me were all born on the same day.
Okay.
But
I'll take Iggy Pop for 20, please. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
I saw a meme on the internet. It was a picture of Prince Charles.
Yes.
And it says, Flash, 73-year-old man finally gets a job.
There's no way that I would ever hold a job for 90. What was it? 70 years. There's no way that I could. So you gotta hand it to her. Her sense of duty is unsurpassed. On the other hand,
she's a gazillionaire.
Well, on the other hand, yes, right. She didn't have to do the job. She could have pulled what the heck is their name, Andrew and Meghan or whatever, and just left with their billions. They could.
Not Andrew. It's
Here's
Harry.
what I would like to see. I would like to see the entire royal family just resign and say, you know what, this has gone on long enough. This has just gone on long enough.
Figureheads.
Too far. Yeah, who really needs their head on a stamp? Really?
They're figureheads, literally.
I am This is the same feeling that I got when everybody flipped out when Cheers finished its run. I don't. There's certain things in which I don't participate, and if you don't participate in these cultural phenomena, the world just looks at you like you are one of those things that they find on the bottom of the ocean floor that lives in the dark and has 12 eyes and a tail that glows. That's what people think of me when I say, I have no feelings at all about the royal family, other than that anytime I hear a story about them, I either turn the page or turn off the device or change channels. The only thing, I mean, it's a toss-up what I'm less interested in, the royal family or the sport of curling.
Now, listen, the sport of curling. You just alienated like the whole state of Wisconsin.
Sorry. All our listeners in Wisconsin
holding a broom right now.
Oh, boy. I went and did it, didn't I?
I'm kind of a scholar. I'm a scholar in royal history from like the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s.
Did you learn this?
And even the 1700s.
Wait. They teach this at Western Michigan University when you're getting a degree in Parks and Rec?
I did not go to Western Michigan University.
Whichever one you went to.
But no, I didn't learn it in school. I read all these books. I read anything that has to do with those eras.
Why
because
royalty?
They were really perverse. They were totally perverse. They were all nasty, rotten people. And it's almost like watching
Well,
I don't
are
know,
you saying they
one of those
survived
comedy.
because they were? You're saying basically this is like South Park only with crowns.
Exactly. They all killed Kenny. And he
Oh,
was being killed over and over and over. No, these people had no morals. They had no ethics. They were inbred. They married their first cousins and their brother's sisters and their sister's cousin. And I mean, it was all over Europe. It wasn't just England,
the only thing
but
that
I'm more focused on England
the only thing that
because
I
they're very cutthroat.
the only thing speaking of that, the only thing that I really liked about the idea of the British royals was that you could kill your family members and it was no problem.
Yeah, well, they did a lot of killing. They did a lot of killing. But yes, it's very entertaining to me to read these books, and we have them all over the house. When I die, my kids are going to go through like the same thing that I went through trying to unload all my dad's books because there's no place to keep them. And nobody and I thought when I was a kid, I thought all of his books were so cool.
Your dad's
I
books.
loved those. Yes,
What
I
did
loved
what
those
did he
books.
have? What?
He had hundreds and hundreds of books.
Yeah, but what were they about?
Classics, mostly
Oh,
classics.
okay. Well, so there you go. You got to read Bleak
He had
House as a child. Good for you.
right. Yeah, but I found out once he died, nobody wanted them. I couldn't get rid of them. I couldn't even get rid of them at the bookstore. So they're in boxes in one of our storage
That's
sheds.
what you need the little free library. Here's what you do. You load up and you drive into town in Duke Perry with a big carton of your dad's classics, and you just go down every block that has a little free library, and you leave one or two classics there. Because I
They're
can,
full of comic books up here.
it doesn't matter. You'll improve the educational threshold of all of Flagstaff if you go down to Flagstaff and do it. And if you,
No, I'm not in Flagstaff.
wherever the heck you're near.
Flagstaff has a university. Flagstaff's home of NAU.
Well, yeah,
So
but they
Flagstaff
probably
is,
have little free libraries and they'll want
well,
your
they have a
classics.
library.
Yeah, well, but they'll want your classic. Go into Williams to the little free libraries and spread the books around. Make sure you erase your dad's name in there and spread the books around. And here's the thing. If people don't like stuff in the little free library, it stays there for a while and then some nice neighbor recycles it and it won't be on your conscience. Because I can tell you when people leave Bible tracts in my little free library, I scoop those puppies right up and send them to the blue bin.
What is the blue bin?
Recycling in our town.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't that bad? Like
Bad
luck
juju,
to
bad karma.
recycle a Bible?
Well,
Yeah, bad juju.
if I believed in that, I suppose I wouldn't be recycling them in the first place.
That's true. I just don't put my hands on them because I might like implode,
You might catch some religion there.
combust.
No,
Yeah,
I'm happy. It's very clear the Little Free Library is not meant for your religious magazines and tracts. So I have no
no.
compunction. So here's a box a month of your dad's classics and a little sojourn through town, and they'll be gone in a year.
Yeah, I'll let you know how that goes.
I think you should try it. I
Okay,
would
so
try it. Wait,
I'm
I've got
going for
another idea. I
yeah.
got another idea.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
send them addressed to an address that does not exist with a return address that does not exist at book rate, which is library rate, which is incredibly cheap, and they will end up in that clearinghouse for stuff that's lost in the U.S. mail, and someone will buy them for their bookstore, or else they will be
You
destroyed.
just you just gave me a scathingly brilliant idea.
What's that?
I will just send them anonymously to people during the holiday season and just put a little card that says from Santa, educate yourself
From
from
Santa.
Santa.
Oh, send it to all the people you've had to deal with.
Okay, so our regular listener
Yes,
knows
our
that
only.
we like to discuss kitchen appliances
Of
on this
course,
show.
yes, we do.
And we've already done the instant pot and the air fryer.
Yes.
So now I need to go old school.
Yeah. Toaster?
The, just about the same. We had to do a bunch of stuff. This morning we bought a new water tank, a 500-gallon fiberglass water tank. Woo!
Woohoo!
And we got home and I was hungry. So I said, okay, I'm going to get something out of the freezer and toss it in the microwave because I thought it was Sunday, and Sunday I don't want to do anything,
Wait.
exert any energy.
You've just named two appliances in that
I
one
know.
approach.
Guess which appliance like is dead?
Microwave?
We have no microwave, and I never realized how much we use the stupid nuclear machine until I don't have one.
Can I just tell
I mean,
you, used microwaves are as abundant as cracks in sidewalk, and
not up here.
nobody can
It's
get
gotta
rid of an old
fit.
microwave. Nobody.
Well,
Any
no.
Salvation
We
Army,
have one in the garage,
Craigslist. See?
but we can't put it in this house. It was from the old house.
Uh-huh.
It has to fit above the stove, so we're gonna have to go and buy one. The one that's out in the garage is like, I think it's from 1990 something, and it's one of those monster huge ones with the dial, because I really hate the keypads on the micro.
Well,
So yes, it has the dial for dummies.
it's good that you mention this because there is no appliance that makes me feel stupider. I'm thinking, no, really, no appliance that makes me feel stupider than a microwave, because no two microwaves work in the same way. And it would be like getting a rental car and having the gas pedal in a different place every time. It makes no sense. And I go back to my standard line about these things. If every time you buy a shower curtain and every time you buy a package of shower curtain hooks, they always have the same number of shower curtain hooks to go with every shower curtain, why the heck can they not standardize instructions for the microwave so that the first time you use a new one, it's not a 15-minute undertaking just to figure out how to reheat your yesterday's pizza? So I can see why you kept yours from 1998.
Yep.
Almost like a microwave teddy bear comfort animal. You do.
And all I had to do was turn the dial. It still works, but it takes up my whole counter.
Yeah, they never break. That's why you can never get rid of them. But that, you know the story. It's in my book of my parents' research and the world's most trustworthy microwave. There was like a pox upon my parents, their children, never died. It was like it was the size of a Fiat, and you couldn't get rid of it. Hot potato.
Well, now I'm just looking for the cheapest ones that are on sale tomorrow.
I still think I might like put a regular range hood in and just build a shelf for the microwave. I might do that if I were you. You don't want to go through this again.
We don't have room. Besides, I'm married to a carpenter.
Once you get rid
He
of your
knows how to
father's
install a
books,
microwave.
you're going to have so
Yeah.
much room.
So much room in that shed.
Oh, now I have another idea. You can bring the old microwave out there. I think this would work. You could put one of your father's books at a time into the microwave. Neither one of us knows what a microwaved copy of Beowulf smells like, but this could be your chance to find out. If you've made it this far, chances are you've been enjoying Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. In which case, you might also like my book, She Said What, A Life on the Air. You can find that at your neighborhood independent bookstore or on Amazon. Marci and I really appreciate your good reviews wherever you care to leave them. Your kind words help the podcast grow. Thanks.